Listen to me. Yeah.
FOI, rules for the brothers. If you're a husband, treat her like you love her. And if you love her, you gotta be a fighter. So you can check every threat on arrival. That's on the Quran. That's on the Bible. We're gonna check every threat on arrival. On Muhammad, the Messiah. We're gonna check every threat on arrival.
The strongest thing on this planet was black unity. So division between black men and women was not accidental, Faye. It was strategic. You don't destroy a people by fighting them directly. You destroy them by breaking the bond between the man and the woman. Black men were stripped of authority. Black women were forced into survival leadership. Neither role was natural, Kane. Both were imposed. Pain was passed down faster than wisdom. Unhealed trauma became mistrust, and mistrust became identity. We were taught who to fear through repetition. Images, stories, and narratives trained us to see each other as the enemy. They turned balance into competition. Strength became aggression. Independence became isolation. Two powerful forces turned against each other. Not because we failed pain, but because we were targeted. Healing isn't choosing sides. It's remembering that black men and women were never meant to be divided.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being by any means necessary.
My God. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I always tell you, we come on with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. We're going to give you that. Ladies and gentlemen, this show going to go all over the world. And it is ludicrous at this time. And it's essential at this time. Where's my light? I need to get my other light. My light. It's essential at this time that what has happened to our sister what's her whole name?
Renee Nicole Good.
Renee Nicole Good. She should be here with us, not just her family and her children. I'm not going to let this go till he indicted. And when he indicted, we're still not going to let it go because Trump need to be charged for conspiracy because he allowed these some of these thugs, not all of them, but most of them, like the lady said. I said this before she said it. I said this 2 months ago. When did we have FBI, CIA, or any of them traveling with masks on? Who you hiding from? The question is, who are you hiding from? So again, for these people to have all these masks on, it's something wrong with it, and we can't let it go because people asking me, so well, Jeremiah, what you got to do with you? What I got to do with it? But I've been protecting women all my life, sophisticated lady. When I bought the thing from Marie Preston, I bought it because it had a sophisticated lady. I always knew sophistication of women, but I couldn't prove it. I can now. So again, I suffered and lost millions of dollars learning out who the woman is. Even when Whitney Houston told me to come back and get her after Bobby put his filthy hands on her. And my sister was there. So again, Sherelle, who will be in the movie, Charlie Wilson, if he chooses to play his own part, I wish he would. He's my personal friend. Dougie Fresh, I want to play his own personal part. Curtis Blow, play his own personal part. So again, I'm glad to see my brother coming in, Marcus. All y'all come up in a minute, Marcus. So what I'm saying to you and each and every one of you, we cannot play with this. A nation rise no higher than its woman. And long as you got that man in there, that 27 psychiatrists say he the most dangerous man in the world. In the world. To be in that White House. He gonna start wars everywhere where he can't be removed. That's how crazy he is, ladies and gentlemen. The man don't care. Y'all don't know what you're dealing with. Narcissistic, when you go in the dictionary and put it up, him and Elon Musk standing side by side. Y'all playing with this. He done cost us over $3 trillion when he just lost the oil thing, when Canada kept telling him they're not going to pay that tariff 25%. He wouldn't move it. So Canada sold it to China, and China sent $950 billion plus to get it. And people not trading with America now because of him. India say, we love you, but I'm going with China. Come on, y'all. And then China sent $8-9 billion over there to our brother, Mustafa, the new president, 35 years old. Say, man, I don't think y'all hearing me. China 15 years in front of us, nuclear war. We don't stand a chance with them. The new world power in America is China. The original Chinese are black. So I'm safe. We safe. So again, what I'm trying to say to you, a nation rides no higher than its woman. So Renee, Nicole, Good should be alive. And this man is so much of a thug, he say, we're going to investigate it. You think we going for that? You think we going to let you investigate it? Rotten as you is? Act like you investigating January the 6th. You found yourself innocent. And all the people that got found guilty, you let all 16 of them go. That's why a president, the law must be changed. Letting out convicted felons, people that have killed police officers and killed other people, raped and robbed. That law is no good. This law should go through Congress before a president just can say, I'm pardoning, because they can be taking money. Millions, billions. This is unconstitutional. Only good thing Trump done showed that this law needs to be rewritten. The way it's written, you done gave him too much power. He go past everybody, federal judges, Congress, state. He don't care what nobody say. He's a puppet and a robot. And Renee, Nicole is dead. Goodman. Over nothing. The lady backed up and went away from him. The man already had a phone in his hand like this. He had the phone in his hand. Ladies and gentlemen, like this. Then he turned around. When she backed up and went, he shot 4 times in the truck. He tried to hit all 4 times, and he missed her twice. Hit her 2 in the head. If you just so dogmatic and narcissistic that you want somebody to report to you, then, sir, what you could have did was shot the tires out. And she wasn't going for 5 or 6 miles an hour. She wasn't speeding. And Mr. Trump, y'all president, because he damn sure ain't mine, went on national TV and still telling that outright lie. That made this woman out of terrorist, and then say the woman attempted to run over. Then he lied. He ain't telling that lie no more. No, he ain't telling that lie. But the man went to the hospital. That man ain't went to no hospital, man. If he did, he took some flowers to somebody or card, or he went up on the 9th floor and got him a straitjacket on. 2 people need to be indicted. Trump for conspiracy, letting police think they can do whatever they want. And Jonathan with his rotten, animalistic self. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some great people here today. They are wonderful. And I'm going to bring them up. And I just want to get it straight. A nation rises no higher than its woman. So all you pastors, call your pastors. Get your pastors on. Get them on. Get your pastors on. Because they lost. We need to teach them about the woman. Because until you know the woman, you'll never know God. See, y'all keep hollering about God and Jesus. You know, you can play with that all you want. But Jesus never disrespected a woman, just us. So again, a nation rise no higher than its woman. Thank you. Catherine, give me one of the clips, then bring the brothers up. Would you please?
Always. Oh gosh. Yeah, you're reading my mind. I'll get the clip on in just a moment. But I want to take this time out to thank everyone joining us across all our platforms. And that is on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitch. And of course, our TikTok family for our replays. Thank you all for joining. Please be sure to follow YouTubers. I know y'all are there because I can see it. And when I look at the reports, I just need y'all to prove that you're there with us. I see your comments. I appreciate it. But hit that subscribe button, click the like, continue to leave us messages and feedback. And that Facebook fam, that goes for you too. Jump in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking tonight about this subject. So I am going to go ahead and play our next clip. Just give me just a moment to get this queued up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and make sure we're in the right spot.
I'm glad all y'all here. I can't wait to bring my guests up. Some of them will be my co-hosts, and I'm so proud of each one of these young men. And you will see their handsomeness, their smartness, their giftedness, their prodigyness in a few moments. It ain't just Dr. Jeremiah no more. I'm bringing men with me to help me conquer the wickedness in America and help us protect our wife, our women, and our children. Come on.
All righty, here we go.
Your administration has advocated for absolute immunity for the ICE officer who shot.
Turn it up.
Good. How do you define absolute immunity? What does that mean?
Everyone's seen it. And a woman who's very violent. She's a very radical person. Very sad.
She's very violent and radical.
She's very radical. Go and drive.
Absolute immunity. How would you define that?
Well, I'm going to let the people define it. But immunity, you know what immunity means as well as I do.
So that officer should be back on the force?
People can't be treating law enforcement that way, whether it's ICE or Border Patrol or our police and
now we can
men
hear
and women. You can't do that. We have, the law enforcement in our country is doing really well, despite the fact that Sleepy Joe Biden allowed people to pour through an open border. Crime stats just came out. We have the best crime stats on record, despite all the criminals he allowed into our country. We've gotten a lot of them out. We have to respect our law enforcement. At a very minimum, that woman was very, very disrespectful to law enforcement. And you heard the same noises. You saw the same crunch that I saw. You can't do that with law enforcement, whether it's police or ICE or Border Patrol or anybody else.
Did y'all see that? Bring them all up, my COO. Bring them up. I need to know who with me. Professor, my professor. Marcus. Professor, I want to thank you for calling, joining all of them. I thank you, call of them. Did you, Professor?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir.
I definitely wanted the one that knows Marcus. What's his name, Marcus? Sutton, what's his name?
Anthony Sutton.
Did you call Anthony Sutton, Mikhail?
Yes, sir, I did. I reached out to all of them, brother. I also reached out to Brother Louis Ali from Baton Rouge, and I think he's in the waiting room.
Okay, bring him up, Catherine. You sent them all the link.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you, sir, for helping me with the show. Like I told Marcus, once I get Ricky Anderson and other lawyers negotiating, we won't get our contract biggest Charlemagne the God, he just got $200 million for 5 years, but he's been on 20-some years. I've been on 6 months, going on 6 months. So I don't know what we're going to get, but it's going to be enough for us to stay on and do our CNN and our stuff till we get to the channel over there with Wild and Out and House, Women, all that. Because when we get over there, we're going to have a whole building to ourselves, like a Centennial Hall, and all us will be on the panel like The View. And I love The View, I have no disrespect for them, but we dealing with situations and solutions. Whatever somebody else doing, I have nothing to do with it. I'm just saying us. I don't want to come on gossiping and snitching and dry snitching and pointing. I don't want to do that. I want us to come on where we can help save young men and young women's life and show them how to invest their money in an insurance company like the Rockefellers where they can be billionaires. That's why Black Wall Street was so powerful. And they don't understand why they blew it up. Because it wasn't because Rollin bumped into some white girl. He married her 9 months later. It was because of something else. I won't say it now, but it was something else called oil. Because the second deepest oil field is next door and we own it. And I don't want to talk about it because we're going back after it. So again, ladies and gentlemen, and young man, I just want to thank you, Professor, because you was here before anybody. You was here before me. And I just want to thank you for having that kind of patience and love for us. And wherever this show go, and it will go into millions of dollars and save millions of people, I would love to make you a part with me and Marcus. I've been knowing Marcus for a long time. Not just because he done did $100 million between 9 and 2012. It's because all the lives and people you speak to, and he in Black Wall Street, which I own Black Wall Street as well. Black Wall Street 1906, that's mine. I just ain't launched it yet, but I will at some time. How you doing, Brother Marcus?
Man, I'm doing amazing, man. It's a bunch of Black Wall Streets, man. They everywhere. Black Wall Street, for us, it's a mindset. So we just trying to show everybody that no matter what you do, you can do it online too. You know, so if you're going to get the bag on Earth, you can log in and win just as much as, you know, as much as everybody else. So a lot of us are entrepreneurs, just teaching people how to use AI, CRMs, data collection, and you know, just make as much money online as possible. There's only 16% of people making money online right now, so I'm trying to change that. When I say me, I mean like Black Wall Street, the whole team. And shout out to Team She's Happy Here. You know, it's one of my many businesses that we have online. We've got a bunch of stores across the U.S. You know, ladies, go buy some bundles. I sell house shoes too. But we're not here to talk about the entrepreneurial things that Marcus got going on. You know, Johnny, you just played that Donald Trump clip. And, you know, one, I didn't know that she had a wife. You know, I think that was unique. I think on those things I kind of not as usual. You know, I consider the United States the divided states of America, not the United States of America. And then I noticed that Renee Good, or at least her wife, was a veteran. You know, they was like, hey, I'm a veteran. I can be out here protesting and marching. This is why veterans are fighting across the world, the U.S., so people can have a democracy. And what comes with a democracy is your obligation, your opportunity, your right to protest, you know. And if they was out there protesting ICE, I definitely don't think they should have lost their life while doing so. So, yeah, Renee Good, man, you know, say her name. We're going to add her name to the list of all the Black kids and men and women that's been shot by police officers, unarmed, by the way. Unarmed, you know, so just add Renee Good name there. But that's all I got, Johnny. What's up, man? What's up, Professor Michael? Glad to be on the show with you guys.
Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?
Great.
What do you think about, Professor, what do you think about what Donald Trump just said and told her to just outright lie on that young lady?
Well, brother, we know that Donald Trump uses quite a few hyperboles, as he likes to call it. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, brother. This man has taken America to a whole new level of being low. And we have to look at the history, brother, of a certain demographic who supports Mr. Trump. When you mentioned earlier about these gentlemen in mass from ICE You got to understand that there's a history of masked men carrying on this type of behavior. This is nothing new. And a lot of these gentlemen who are in the masked brother are from the 3%ers, from the Boogaloo Boys, from other white nationalist organizations who are actually in a civil war. And make no mistake about it, we just don't know it just yet, but we're in a civil war, and everything they're doing right now is nothing but a testing ground for what is to come. We got a rough 3 years ahead of us, brother, and that's the reason why Trump is putting these people in certain cities. This is a testing ground for what's about to take place, and so we, as a people, we have to be mindful of what's taking place and keep our eyes and ears open. But these masked men have not been, how do I say it? For hundreds of years, brother, they have been in mass. And so that's what's taking place right now. So that's the way I feel about what he said. Thanks.
Man, that's almost like they the Klan members or something, man. You remember the Klan used to wear the hoods over their faces, and now they got, the ICE members wearing the black masks over their faces, man. And what you just said, it hit the nail on the head. Remember, I was saying on the last, I guess one of the last episodes, probably go watch one of those episodes we just had on the Johnny Bynum show. But Project 2025 is a real thing. And this is the first year of Project 2025. They had like a 4-year plan. It was a nice little rollout. So, yeah, I mean, this first year, it wasn't easy for a lot of people. They made a lot of moves. And if you didn't like what they did this first year, then go check out Project 2025 and just check out the timeline of how they're supposed to do exactly what he said. Test out some things in some cities and states. And then if it works, they're going to roll them out to the rest of them. Just like slavery, just like everything else, So if it works here, it'll work there. So, yeah, take a look at that. Don't get blindsided by everything. Some things you can prepare for, but some things you just gotta watch it happen, and put your money where it needs to be, different stocks, different things like that. But it's happening. The train is coming.
Okay. Welcome, Alan. I'm glad you're here. Our brother Jamal. We're finna do something here. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on. I want to say something to my Facebook immediately because they come on so fast. Leonard, Marcel, Tamika, Paula, Michelle, Chase, Bombshell, Chase, Teresa, Class Montel, Faith. Boy, this is crazy. Lord have mercy. Edward Jenkins, Juanita Hewley, Sylvia Brown, Jackie, Edward, Bob Green. Look, Sylvia, when y'all come on, say what y'all think or know about the situation of our sister, because what happened to her was unjust. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder know it. Ray Charles know it from the graveyard. Stevie Wonder know it from his home. So it's not even an argument because it was illegal search and seizure. Everything happened. Running toward the car with a phone in your hand and a gun. Everything they did was wrong. So it's nothing even to argue about. But I want to show y'all what the police is finna do. Play the one, Catherine, where the police saying they'll arrest Donald Trump and ISIS. Come on, play that lady. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. The police chief, the female, I think she's in Philadelphia.
Now, this is the type of moral clarity we need to see with people standing up against the Trump regime. And it's good to see law enforcement in cities across the country speaking like this. I want to see more people speak like this. This is in Philadelphia. It's Philly's Sheriff Rochelle Bilal. And here she says, look, if you do this in Philly, we're going to arrest you. You come here with your masks and you start harassing our people, you will be placed under arrest. You will be prosecuted. This is what moral clarity looks like. Let's play it.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. and I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're here today.
Speak.
Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask.
I've been saying that for 4 months.
None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, I'm thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles.
Thank you.
Not
Thank
saying
you.
fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made up fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made up fake wannabe law enforcement, because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law.
That's right.
So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke,
teeth, man,
because we will bring it to you.
Bring the smoke. Come on, sister.
And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail.
That's right.
Renee Good,
damn sure criminal,
should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that.
My God. My God. Boy, she spoke.
She did. But I think this is a good place, and I applaud the sister for all that she said and her strong stance. And yeah, we definitely need those words. But there was a young man that was gunned down by an off-duty ICE agent in California while celebrating the coming of the new year. So I want to make sure that we say his name also. So I'm going to go ahead and play his video. Give me just 1 second here.
Please do.
Community members in Northridge tonight are remembering a man who was shot and killed by an off-duty ICE agent on New Year's Eve. Authorities say the agent opened fire when that man pointed a rifle at him. Tonight, activists are demanding answers and justice. Friends say Keith Porter was celebrating New Year's Eve when he was shot and killed.
But it looks like he may have been celebrating with a gun. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pullian spoke with friends and family attending a vigil tonight, and they're now looking for answers.
We're here off Amestoy Avenue, close to where Keith Porter was gunned down by that off-duty ICE agent. This memorial is here for family, friends to mourn. This song, meant to uplift, only lowered the mood as this crowd grieves the death of a 43-year-old father of two. Keith Porter was shot and killed New Year's Eve by an off-duty ICE agent. What would you like to say to the ICE agent if you had the chance?
If I could say anything to the ICE agent, is that you're a murderer. You stole my cousin from me. You stole their father from them. You stole a black man off the planet that God ordained to live and thrive. You stole a human life and you need to pay for it.
According to the Department of Homeland Security, the off-duty ICE agent heard gunfire near his apartment and went to check it out. That's when DHS says the officer encountered Porter holding a long rifle. Advocates say Porter was observing the holiday that night with gunfire.
You don't get to just murder people because you don't like what they're doing or how they're celebrating.
But the agent allegedly ordered Porter to put down the weapon, and when he didn't comply, DHS says the off-duty officer fired his service gun. The agency claims Porter fired 3 rounds at the officer before he was killed.
This is sad. This is sad.
We've here 35 years. This is the first time that such a thing ever happened in my community.
As the LAPD investigates what led up to the shooting, the community want witnesses to come forward and the ICE agent identified, arrested, and prosecuted for killing the man they say was kind.
So I thank you. I thank you for my life.
Black Lives Matter Los Angeles organized this vigil. They are demanding accountability from District Attorney Nathan Hochman. In fact, they are having a community meeting with him on Monday. In Northridge, Tim Pulliam, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And we're back. Yes, so Keith Porter is his name. I think the minister stepped off camera just for a moment, so he'll be back in a moment. So, gentlemen, what did y'all think of that video?
I think it's pretty interesting to see, the different cities and states where similar things are happening, kind of like when Black Lives Matter was created. When BLM was created, first it was like a movement, a hashtag or something, then it was an organization, then it was a mindset, and, a lot of things stem from that. Blue Lives Matter, people, protesting, taking kneeling for the flag, kneeling for the flag, all type of stuff, right? And I just see a lot of this currently about to happen now. The mask, I didn't know that most of the ICE agents were wearing masks, but I could see why. So similar to the January 6ers, they wore masks when they broke into the White House.
Come on.
I think they recruited some of those same people with the same mindset to get them on board of ICE. So yeah, it's just crazy similarities that's happening throughout everything. And then I guess the earlier video when Trump was talking about qualified immunity and absolute immunity, that's a whole nother discussion. Nobody should have any immunity. Everybody should be held accountable based on what they do here on Earth. But for sure, those January 6ers and ICE agents starting to look alike to me.
And Marcus, I'm going to show you a tape. I don't know where it's at. I'm going to let Catherine find it for tomorrow or the next day. I have a tape, Marcus, where for 2 days, I've proved to them that almost 50% of them people, the way they act, had to be some of them people for the 1,600 people, because no CIA, no FBI agents, no SWAT, no agency have ever walked around in America, not the Army, in America with a mask on and no name, no nothing, don't know who they are. They just got ISIS on their. Donald Trump is spending billions of dollars paying these people $50 to $100 an hour. These people are misfits. You can see how everywhere they go, they start something. They pepper spraying people. They go and start stuff. They not picking up no criminals or nothing. They did that at the border and got a few of them. But now they just breaking the neighborhood. Donald Trump is upset that he got voted out. So what he doing now, because it's his last term, he's attacking everybody he can. So he have gave them license to do whatever they want to do. So it's gonna be stopped. This girl, Renee Goodman, she's gonna be like a George Floyd. I'm telling you what I know. And I got the rap song. I'm not gonna release it now because we getting her in there and somebody else. But the brother, I can't speak on him right now until I get the evidence. I don't know if he had the rifle.
No, we can speak on it. We can speak on it. Because, one, I'll say this. I think for sure, whether he had a rifle in his hand or not, one thing I take from this, I don't even play with firecrackers for 4th of July and January 1st and New Year's and all that. Just because I'm always seeing, what happens to people's hands when they playing with the little fireworks and the firecrackers and stuff. So I stay away from that. But
I don't
this
do none of that.
another example of what even more to stay away from. You know, I mean, I hate that, you know, what happened to Keith Porter, but it tells me and reminds me, like, don't be outside with guns, period, unless you about to use it on someone. Not be toys. Guns are not toys. You know, they're not to be played with. So to know, like, we out there shooting in the air and all that, you know, I disagree with all that. And I hate, again, that they pulled up and instead of investigating the scene like they were supposed to, they just decided to shoot a black man because he had a gun. Because we got a right to carry it, to bear arms. You know, it's the Second Amendment. Everybody got a right to bear arms. I mean, I always have a weapon on me. So I think everybody should always have a weapon on them to protect themselves, but not to play with. And I hate that, again, this happened to Keith Porter. But I want to say that, Johnny, before we moved on.
And I respect that. And I agree with you. Let me go back again. What I'm saying, I can't talk about it because she told me about it today, but we have not investigated it completely.
Yeah.
That's why I can't say nothing. That's why nobody can come back on no show I did, over 1,000 shows I done. Nobody can come back and say that Johnny Brown and Dr. Jeremiah lied. So again, like you said, he can have a weapon, but again, I don't know enough about it. So I'm gonna stay off of that for now. But what I do want to stay on is Renee Goodman. I want to go there and show what that chief of police said. And I want brother Jamal, I want Alan and a professor to speak on what they seen. Then you, Marcus, y'all take a minute or two and tell me what y'all think about the police woman, because I'm completely with them. They need to be arrested. When they break the law, if I come to the city and break the law, arrest me. If police break the law, FBI, and half of them ain't. You need to take them in, because when they ID them, they not even police. You know, some people, they say, raise your hand, you're not police. Them folks ain't no officers. You can see how they act. They act like thugs. They go places, bullying people, pushing people, putting pepper spray in their face. They ain't no, come on, man. That's Donald Trump. That's Donald Trumpians doing what he want to do, and they're paying them millions and billions of dollars to do it. So start with you, Professor. What you think about it?
Yes, sir, brother. I want to start by saying brotherhood must be based on justice, not injustice. Must be based on equality, not inequality. I sit as the president of the Sumter County NAACP here in Georgia, brother. And what the sheriff said, it's kind of disheartening to me, brother, and here's why. Say Her Name was started by some black women, individuals, simply because the media did not show black women being killed like Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, Corey Gaines, other black men and women who were being shot down by law enforcement. So because we didn't get that coverage, the trend Say Her Name started. So everybody's saying, say her name, Miss Renee. I respect that. But Renee has gotten coverage, brother, ever since this thing happened, all day, every day, on every news outlet that I've turned to. The young man that got killed, how many times have we seen a major news outlet show what happened to that brother? So our people, brother, I respect the sheriff, but how many times have black men and women been shot down by law enforcement and the sheriff come out and say, if you do this, this is what we're going to do? Not one. And as the president of a local NAACP branch, brother, that's disheartening to me, because no life is better than the other, no matter what color you are. No life is greater than the other. And so when we find people come out when a white woman is gunned down and they say this and they say her name and they focus on that person all day, every day since they've been shot down, it's disheartening to me, brother. I support the sister and the movement that's taking place, but we got to reciprocate that same thing when Sandra Bland is killed, when Corey Gaines is killed, when Breonna Taylor's killed. It has to be reciprocated the same way from that community to ours, and it's not. Thank you, brother.
I like to say to you that I honor and respect what you said, And I agree. But I got a small but on that. The reason I'm pushing it, and the reason I'm going to push it, the reason I'm going to there, Minnesota, is because I tell you in secrecy, I ain't going to tell you all of it on here because I don't want them to know some things they won't know, okay? But what I'm saying, if Marcus has made over $100 million in the hair company since 2012, and I started a hair company, and I did have one and was successful. I ain't made no $100 million. But, and I see Marcus rolling, and I see my sister over here, she rolling, but Marcus already at the point at the top of the mountain. So what I do, I'm getting with Marcus to get to the top of the mountain, so when I get there, I can holler out with power, with the money behind me to do what I need to do. What you saying is correct. But I've been pushing it from night one. Even though they raised $1.5 million, almost $2 million for the daughter already, I have a rap song, brother. If I release it now, you wouldn't even believe it. It's off the chain with her name in it and all the other people, Sandra Bland and the rest of them. And Breonna Taylor, I got them all in it. So what I'm saying to you, you're right. But I have to take what I got to go against Donald Trump and the Trumpians. What's the name came out? Barack. He finally came out. Thank God he got some courage. He came out. Barack came out yesterday or day before yesterday. It's a law 2022. I'm fanning the law. The 25 don't take them all out. Barack got a law to take out the whole cabinet because they have been what they have done to create the undemocracy, the under law to fire the people and put Project 2025 in is what they're doing. So what I'm saying to you is that you're right, but I gotta take Renee Good, my daughter, not biologically, but genetically, because our life comes from Africa. Dr. Miller and Leakey, they two white scholars, prove that. Dr. McFadden, the making of the white man and woman, a PhD. So I'm just being real. Everything come from Africa, which was Asia. So, and American Vespucci and our Aboriginal brother was here already, the so-called Indian. That's why they call the white man pale-face. And that's why I got melanin in my skin. They have none. And over 2 million of them get skin cancer. So again, let us make man in our image and likeness. And we can prove in no limited time it was us. So again, when you say that, and I agree with you, but I have to go and take my daughter because she got fired like George Floyd, but I'm definitely going to come back and get my brother. I just have to investigate it. Like Marcus said, he has a right to have a gun, but I want to make sure he didn't point it at nobody. I want to make sure he wasn't trying to hurt nobody. And then now they're saying they told him to put it down. If they tell him to put it down, if it's me, and I know they'll shoot, I'm going to put it down. But I don't go out, I'm like Marcus, I don't go out shooting guns because I know if that bullet go up, it's going to come down. I'll be able to hit somebody. And I don't pop firecrackers. I ain't trying to tell nobody what to do. But I ain't never like that junk. When I was 9, 10, 11, 12, I seen kids get blowed up, eyes knocked out. I don't like being around none of that. And can't nobody have no gun around me. Nobody. Unless it's down in them. Can't be pulling it all out and all that. So again, what I'm trying to say to you, and I let the brother speak, you're right. But I'm going to take Renee Goodman and I'm going to run it up into that White House where I can not only get him impeached, where we can bring him out of there, him and his whole staff. Because taking Donald Trump out won't do no good. You got to take the vice president, the secretary, you got to take all of them. They are Donald Trumpians, and they all are evil, and they don't give a damn about the government, democracy, or nothing. So again, I know this to be a fact. I speak truth. I study it before I speak it, and I've been blessed. So I love you, and what you say is true. But what I'm going to do is take that sister and run up to the top of the mountain. And when I get there, all other brothers who have been killed, my voice will be loud enough and be strong enough where we have millions of dollars where we can put stuff out and have our own show on the network as well as the podcast. So again, yes, you're right. But I have to push her now because what happened to her was plainly seen like George Floyd. That's what I mean by that. Jamal? Jamal?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, and your question, I was listening to you, and your question was to what aim, like how I feel about it, or
How you feel about what the chief of police said? Because I'm completely with her.
I mean,
And he didn't see what I seen. If some other chief of police spoke on Breonna Taylor, I was there. So again,
in my opinion, man, it sounds good. Um, it sounds great, you know, rah rah, good for you. I just feel like it's very simple. Bible says, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge." Um, I don't. I don't necessarily. I agree with the professor from the NAACP. I'm just a little more like, why are we still marching? Why are we still activating? Why are we still doing things that seemingly, and forgive my ignorance, you can't change a person's heart by changing a law, right? But you can change. I've been doing a lot of reading, and it seems like the Black community is doing very well right after slavery for about 50 years, right? And then we start relying on the government. We had our own community. We went to church. We had fathers and mothers in the home. We were balanced. It wasn't perfect, but if you look at the same statistical data from then to now, we were doing better. And I just don't think you can lobby, pass a law, or do anything of meaningful change until you fix the home, right? Like, what if somebody can point to a point in history where, and I don't care what race or what demographic you're from, where the government intervened in a social issue and it got better. And I'll give you the gamut, I'll give you all of history, because the thing about the government, it's not supposed to act as a social program, right? If you look at all of the civil rights things that people are piggybacking off of, we set it up and then they benefit from it. So what's going to happen when we go through this long, arduous process of getting a law passed intended to help the most vulnerable, and then the people that are best positioned to take advantage of that law, that's what's going to happen. So I just say, man, stop doing the same thing and expecting a different result. We set up organizations, we set up meetings, we try to talk to people that don't necessarily have their same beliefs and values, when reality is right now, in this time in history like no other. Madam C.J. Walker was one of the first Black millionaires when women didn't even have rights, right? She was Black and she didn't have rights, but she still made it. How'd she make it? She kept her mouth closed. She stuck to her business. A lot of times I feel like we're wasting a lot of time and energy going and rallying and talk, but we're not handling business. I would much rather read a book on finance and trade online and make money that nobody sees me making. As soon as a Black person makes it in the world, first thing they want to do is tell everybody why. Now you're a target. Now, oh, they singling me out. A lot of people of wealth, you could walk up to them and you would just never even know that they got it. But we feel that we got to tell everybody, let everybody know. So I don't necessarily think the issues are social. I do believe the issues are cultural, and there's a part of us that wants to be accepted in the culture at large before we do self-acceptance. And that's my stance on a lot of stuff, because history does not lie. And when you go, I've been to different countries, seen history from different perspectives on everything from the slave trade. Like, people don't even realize 50% of all slaves went to Brazil. Only 2% came to America, right? Like, there are so many things that it's like we're trying to climb one mountain when there's thousands of mountains that we could just go pick from. So that's just my stance on it. That's how I feel about it. Great that they want to stand up and make a speech or make a political name for themselves. But I think a lot of these people that are standing up now are grandstanding, making a name for themselves, and then, you know, gonna move into politics later to say that they said something and did something when nobody else would. That's my stance.
Hey, Jamal, I was gonna let you make it till you say it's more black people in South America than in North America, man.
No. There's more. No. There was more slaves sent to Brazil than there
That's
were
correct.
slaves sent to America.
No,
That's
I
correct.
heard you. I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying,
If I
I heard
missaid
you.
that,
I
yeah.
was just saying, just from what I've seen, I'm like, there's way more black people and niggas in North America than in South America. It might be brown skin, but I mean, it's way more black people in the States than in South America. But I'm with you.
No. That's not true. That's not true. Actually, the slave ships, more slaves were sent to South America. This is historical fact.
No, I'm saying what you see right now. I'm saying when you go to South America, I've been there a couple times. There's more black people in the U.S. that I've seen, like us, that look like us, and Africans that look like us, than it is in South America. That's what I've seen with my own eyes. So I know y'all going off stats. I don't know if y'all been to Sao Paulo, Brazil, or
Yes.
Rio de Janeiro, but it's not a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Black people like us is what I'm saying. But go ahead.
No, I disagree with you because one, what you're talking about is cultural identity and not mainstream identity, right? So
Right.
when you say cultural identity, urbanites, right? So only in America will you identify as black
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, right? If you go up to a Mexican, they can look exactly like you, and you're gonna say, what are you? They're gonna say, I'm Mexican. They're not gonna say I'm Afro-Mexican, right? That's a uniquely European or Eurocentric thing that we do in European nations. Like we are in one nation and we divide ourselves amongst different categories within that nation, right? You've never heard of it. Oh, I'm a black German, or it's weird. I know to us it's not new, but to a lot of other places in the world, they're like, wait, you're from this country. Why are you from this country? Why are you Asian Brazilian? Why are you, because a lot of Germans fled and went to Brazil. And once they were born there, they were considered Brazilians, not Asian Brazilians, right? Like there's a lot of,
They was calling me Chocolate Man when I was over there in China and stuff, man. So I get
yeah.
exactly what y'all saying. I did want to touch on I thought about Ashley Babbitt as we talk about Renee Good, and Johnny was like, hey, well, not even Johnny, Professor was like, hey, why are we highlighting her too? Including her and to say her name and all that. I definitely agree with you. She definitely don't need to be included in the say her name conversation. But every time there's a martyr in a big event, there always needs to be a face to make people like, okay, we got to change this law, we got to change this rule, we got to do something about this. And George Floyd, that's one of them. Is always like certain Breonna Taylor was another one. I'm sure they changed some laws, whatever that law was, where you shoot through walls. I forgot what it was called. And then Ashley Babbitt, I know she was a martyr for the January 6th. And so a lot of people don't know that there were veterans and other people that was breaking in the White House. But because we know the name Ashley Babbitt, we now, that's like a moment in time. And I don't even remember none of the other January 6th, but I just remember Ashley Babbitt. And I know that Renee Good, her name is going to be similar to that as a martyr. So whether it's like a black, a white, or Asian, sometimes we got to just take the martyrs for what they are for that moment in time and just ride that wave, and just use them as an example so we can implement laws for these ICE agents, because all this is due to everybody. And we got to wait till stuff like this happens before we start implementing laws that's going to protect us and stuff. So I want to circle it back to the topic. So I don't know. Anybody had any thoughts on that?
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone this evening? This is Dr. Salam.
Good.
We love you, Dr. Salam. We love you. I'm glad you came on. My brother Mikhail, he came on for anyone. He even beat
I
me
can't
up.
hear Dr. Salone.
Huh? What did you say? Salon?
No, I didn't say that. Someone spoke. I'm listening. I was listening to you.
No,
And
I was
someone
saying
said something.
I had him to call on y'all and send y'all
Yes.
the link, and I'll be asking him to do that all the time because we're taking
Okay.
this show all the way past Broadway to we're taking it all the way. And I'm glad Marcus called me the other day and told me, look, man, we got to do something. We got to push this narrative. But I want to hear what you got to say because I have something
Yes,
I want to say about what Jamal said about the word black because I want to
Yeah.
explain it and I want
Yeah.
to tell
Well.
him what I know about that black, but I'm not going to say it now. Go on and speak.
Okay. Yeah. Well, first off, greetings, dear brothers. I heard kind of the butt end of this, and um, it was interesting because when it comes to us as a people in America, I've traveled around the world, many countries. In America, the black people here are the only people on the entire planet throughout history. We're the only people that has adapted and accepted a different title or name. We are the only people who were called colored. Now they call us people of color. They're kind of going backwards again. They've called us Afro based on our hairstyle, Afro Americans. They call us Negroes, niggers. They've had every name. We're African Americans. We're the only people that has ever been given different names that we identify with, which says we have no knowledge of who we really are. But the planet Asia, this planet, even though they have colonized it and have renamed it, it was once Asia. This
That's a
is
fact.
Asia is it mean blackness. Everything came from blackness. We are the original people. Everything came from blackness. We're the people of the earth of Asia. That's who we are. We call ourselves the Asiatic black man. It's a reason for that. Not what they have colonized and they call us different names. There's an origin to who we are. So we have to get to a point where we begin to identify ourselves for who we really are and stop adapting and accepting the names and titles that others are giving you. When they call you something else and you call yourself what they call you, it's because you really still don't have an identity. You don't have what we call your identity of divinity, of who you really are as a people.
Come on.
Okay? And so until we understand who we really are, we will always accept titles and names that others have given us. Okay? And we got to get to a point where we understand that we are a divine people. We're in the line of divine. We are actually of the essence of the creator of the heavens and the earth. That's who we are. We're not none of the names. No matter what country we're on, we are the people of the planet. We don't change because of the geographic location.
The original man.
What happened to our president? There you go, Professor. Listen, y'all, and I'm so glad this is powerful, and this is gonna go out. It's gonna touch a lot of people. We probably have to do another one too tonight. Listen to me. We are the original man, and whoever don't know that, we can get offline and we work with you, and we get on Zoom and we'll give you what you need to prove it to you. This is not black. This black, but all colors come from black. The essence of us is black. So we don't understand because they tricked us saying that we African Americans. We're not no African American. We Africans born in America. And we wasn't Africans. They named us African News from Asia. But I don't go there, brother, because people are so lost, Salam. I don't go there because we just got them to looking back to Africa because they wouldn't even look over there because they made it like we was hungry and broke and malnutrition. And it scared me when I was 9, 10, 11 years old. Ooh, I don't want to go to Africa. Ooh, they'll starve me. So they played the game real well. We didn't know the gold and the diamond. We didn't know we could spit on the ground, the tree would come up. We didn't know none of that. So again, you're right. We are the original man. All life comes from us. The black woman is the mother of earth. And that's why I named this thing tonight, A Nation Rise No Higher Than Its Woman. And that's what's wrong, Salam, with billions of people in the world. And I love my pastor brothers and sisters, the bishops, the prophets, apostles, all the names they got. But I've been with them for the last 20 years, and I asked them some of these questions, they can't answer them. Because the theology school they went to don't teach that. Because I went to one of the biggest so-called theology school off 59 in Hillcroft. I went over there with them, me and my son. I sat there for about 45 minutes. They had the white Jesus, the white angels, and all this. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So what I'm saying to each and every one of you is that we are the original man. The black man, the maker, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe. In Psalms 82, God said from the right there in 82, we are the God, the little G. And a lot of people don't understand that. We be looking up in the sky talking about God up there because they tricked us into the sky movement. But if God is supreme being and we the human being, then the being is a B-I-N-G. And then a lot of people do landmass, descent, D-S-C-N-T, what our brother was talking about. I'm in Mexico, I'm a Mexican. I'm in Jamaica, I'm a Jamaican. I'm in Cuban, I'm a Cuban. No, you're not. That's a landmass, that's a descent. And they tricked us with the census count. We outnumber these people 11-1. So all the Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, Hispanic, all them. We had the Moroccan, Spain, we ruled. So again, they don't want to talk about our greatness. They just want to talk about we were slaves. But we are coming back to take our kingmanship, our queenmanship, because the queen over there and the king over there in England, them ain't the king and queen, it's us. They stole our royalty. So until we honor and respect woman, I want y'all to come back. We'll never be successful and we'll never know God. Because God in Proverbs, Peter's 3 husband and wife. The first 6 verses was about the woman honoring the man. And number 4 was saying, don't show you how to pure the platinum in your hair. And number 7, God told the man, when you deal with the woman, deal with her with knowledge and wisdom from me. That's why God gave Solomon the most wisdom in anybody and the richest. That's why I stay in Proverbs, and all young people, I put them in Proverbs because once they get inside for us, God said, my ways are not your ways. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. Lean on mine, write it on your heart, bind it on your neck, and get understanding. So again, I don't want to get into this tonight. We can get into it day 2. I want to go back on a nation rise no higher than its woman. So that's why 75% of the teaching of the Nation of Islam is of the woman. There's no other entity on the planet Earth. There's no other entity on the planet Earth bigger than the nation that's black. So what I'm saying to you all, because ain't nobody could have brought no 2 million people on no 1995, October 16 on a Monday. If you put all the pastors together, they can't do it. So, and one fight, not one. So again, some of us don't like giving credit where it's due. So all I'm saying to each and every one of y'all on here, okay, is that we are gods. We ain't no niggas, we ain't no coon, we ain't no shine. And it's in Proverbs 31. It's in Proverbs, I apologize, Proverbs 82. Yo, come on back so long. It's in Proverbs 82. God judged among the congregation of gods, the little G. We made him in our image and our likeness. and we get confused there because that one was 6,000 years. Lucy, the bone structure they found in Africa, gave it the wrong name, Lucy. It's 2 million years old. The one they found in Ethiopia is 6 million years old. But the Bible is just 6,000 years old. So who made man our image and likeness? It was us. And I debate a dialogue with any scholar because Mendel and Leakey have also agreed. So again, Renee Good is my daughter, not biologically, but genetically. And I'm going to use her name and get her justice, because once we can get justice for her, then the brother that got killed in California, Breonna Taylor, all the other people, and all the people been forced into the penitentiary because they copped out because they were scared. So again, I understand. But a nation rises no higher than his woman, and the woman has been disrespected more than anybody on the earth, particularly the black woman. I'll pass it back to you, Salon. Salon, bring them back in, baby. Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm back, but I kept hitting the mute button. It wouldn't come on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, brother?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. We hear you, brother.
Okay, very good. All right,
I
thank
can
you.
hear you.
Okay, yeah, I apologize. I kept hitting the mute button. Y'all couldn't hear me. Yeah, no, brother, I really was bearing witness in silence because you couldn't hear me bearing witness to what you were saying.
Yes, sir. Well,
Yeah,
let me say this to you.
Mhm.
The reason why I want you to see me, the reason why I don't go there a lot,
Yes, sir.
what's going on, Captain? The reason why I don't go there a lot, bring everybody back up. I don't go there a lot is because a lot of a lot of people in America, they don't know.
That's
And
correct.
85% is the blind, deaf, and dumb. The
That's right.
10% is you know who. And
That's
the
right.
5% is us. So
That's right.
we have the pro-righteous teaching. So
Mhm.
I be getting my Christian brothers and sisters, my Hebrew Israelite, Black Steiner Madonna, all of them, Black United Front, the NAACP, all of them, and we sit with them. And we sit with them and allow them and talk to them. And no disrespect, we love them. But we teach them who they are. And
Yes,
I
sir,
had a
that's
brother,
right.
I told him we the God. Man, I ain't no God. I'm a nigga. I said, huh? I said, brother, you don't know. I understand. So we don't believe that. That
Yes,
when
sir.
Elijah Muhammad said, you see a black man, you see God. We don't
Mhm.
believe that. We don't believe that. So I
Mhm.
don't go there because I'm going to prove it by my work. I'm going to prove it
Mhm.
through Marcus. I'm going to prove it through all of you. And the
Yes, sir.
show will be so big, and we'll have us $100 million, $200 million in real estate in the show, where we can, both vocational school, have our own banks, our own credit union, our own finance companies, and build our own communities, have our own car lots, have our own water companies so they can't pause them. That's where I'm at. And then as we go, we'll teach them. But again, Renee Goody, I got to push this narrative. I already did the rap song and I put it in it. And the song gonna go platinum. When you hear it, I just ain't playing it now because I got to make sure we got all the bells and whistles so the white man won't steal it. So again, I understand, but I don't too much go in Asia because we just now got them looking back at Africa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand.
So, I had a supreme wisdom. And
Yes, sir.
while I was in prison, while people playing dominoes, I was playing God knows. And when people thought I was in a cemetery, I turned to a seminary. So I studied to show myself approved, Marcus. And most people don't know how deep I am. And I'm not trying to be braggadocious or nothing. But my teacher, Marcus, I have the greatest teacher on the planet Earth that came directly from God, who appeared in the person of Master Father Muhammad, July the 4th, 1930. So I don't go there because we don't know an organization that I lived all of them. And now it's time for us, the Black Wall Street, our Christian brothers and sisters, Hebrew Israelite, NAACP, all of us to come together with the gift that we have where we can build for our wife, our women, and our children. We got to stop Right here on Bel Air. Marcus know what I'm talking about. Our Chinese brothers got almost $28 billion. Got 4 banks. Got 162 businesses. 622 businesses. Brother, I've been over there with them for 2 days. And the Chinese told me, said, man, we'll help you do it. You our brother. So I know what time it is. We just got to get our money together, get our credit together. And us just going to build. I won't build on this podcast, but we'll talk about it a little bit. And we'll go in a room. And when they snap, it'll be too late that we'll be billionaires. And we have our own army where they won't drop no bomb on us again. We ain't taking no more bombs. You did it in 1921. You did it in 1985 in Philadelphia on the move. We ain't taking no more of that, man. We ain't taking no more of that. And China and 50 other countries back us. So we ain't taking no more. We ain't done nothing to nobody. We're not taking no more. You ain't blowing our countries up. You messed up 100 Black Wall Street. Everybody think we had 1 or 2 black. No, we had 100 Black Wall Street. It started in 1880 in Wilmington. I have the whole Black Wall Street book, where it came from, where each one of them was at. When I studied completely because I used to be so dumb. My name was Dum Dum. So I studied because I want to show myself approved, Marcus. Let me tell you why. 310 years they made where we couldn't read. Now when we read, Marcus, we go to sleep. That's why 44% of the children finish school in HISD, which means historic enslaved dummies. 44% of them is functionally literate because the white man will try to teach them to read no how. And when we integrated, that's the worst thing we ever did when we come over here. The brother just told you 30 minutes ago, we had our own banks, we had our own everything. But we want to integrate. We want to be with Massa. I don't want to integrate. I don't have nothing against them, but I want to get me straight. Jesus said start at home, then go abroad. We need our own banks, private banks, our own money. We spend $1.3 trillion with them. And here comes Santa Claus to spend a trillion. And Santa Claus ain't never showed up from Black Wall Street to the 25th. Santa Claus is coming to town. And we run around and talk about happy holiday. No, damn it, happy holy day. And stop the buffoonery and the foolishness and stop lying to our children. And I told the pastor, get them down the trees out that church, because in Jeremiah 10, God said, you cut a tree out the wood, you deck it with silver and gold, is the work of a cunning man. God said, don't follow their ways or their custom. So the nation rise no higher, Marcus, than this woman. And everybody run away from this subject about the woman. But tonight and tomorrow and the rest of this week is going to be about the woman, because I want to prove to the world and you that know, until we honor woman, we'll never be successful. And no man is complete without a woman of God. I'm complete. I got money. I got airplane. I don't give a damn what you got, Tyler Perry, or nobody else. Without a woman of God, you're not complete. God made it that way. A nation rise no higher than his woman. When God seen man was alone, he said it's not good. If you look at the word woman, Marcus, it's W-O-M-A-N, women, W-E-M-A-N, her, H-E-R was she, S-H-E, female, F-E-M-A-L-E. So again, we've been tricked not to honor her, to lust her boobs, her butt, lust her but not love her. Because love is freedom, justice, and equality. So again, I give it back to you, Salam, or I give it back to you, Jamal. Someone here ain't spoke yet. Where he at? He done left. Our brother, it was another brother on here, had not spoke. And it seemed like he done.
No, sir, I didn't leave, brother. I'm still here. I'm listening to you. You was on fire, and I'm listening.
Where you at? What's your name?
I'm right. That's me. This is Dr. Salam.
Okay. There you are. So I apologize, but I had to go there because they looking at us, and they never seen a group of men like you group and me and us, because this ain't gonna be no Johnny Biden show.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be our show. Yeah, we're gonna change some stuff because I want to get the gift out of each one of you all, because all of y'all gifted in your own category. So we got to use each one of y'all specific gifts so we can build our house, so our wife, our women, and our children honor us and respect us, and we can stop telling them go get a job. And damn it, we can give them a job. We can give them a position in our companies. and stop begging people to do for us, that damn it, we need to do for ourselves. A nation rises no higher than its woman. Salon?
No, that's true, brother. That's very true. That's very true. So until we honor them, when you look at the condition of our women in this country, that's an indicator of where we are as a people. All civilized people look at every nation based on their women, how they dress, how they act. We are allowing our open enemy to portray our women, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, it doesn't matter, TikTok.
They undress them. They undress them.
They undress them. And I once heard Sister Scheherazade Ali say something. She was in St. Louis, and she said this. She was speaking, and everybody was carrying on, and she on the mic. She tapped the mic, you know how you hit the mic to get. She said, I need everybody's attention, and everybody stopped. She said, I have a message for you, brothers. She said, when you see a sister
Come on.
who doesn't have a lot of clothes on, her self-esteem is very low.
That's a fact.
She said, don't take advantage of her in that state.
Come on.
She doesn't feel good about herself, so she thinks that what you want from her, she has to show you that she got it.
Come on.
Well, that, as we are taught, what is the first sign of a savage? It's they're taking off their clothes. What is a savage? A person who's lost the knowledge of themselves and acting like a beast, living a beast life. So when we look at our women and we keep calling them dogs, female dogs, and we call each other, yo, that's my dog, as you said earlier, we got to turn that around.
That's a fact.
And we have to look at each other as GODs and not DOGs. We are not dogs. That's the lower expression of ourselves. We got the higher self and your lower self.
Come on.
Our women have to know that we see them on a higher plane. And we're not excited about them showing themselves. Matter of fact, call them sister. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad say, call each other brother and sister. It keeps you in remembrance of a family. It's hard for you to disrespect a woman when you referring to her as a sister. It's hard for you to disrespect a brother if you calling him brother. But if you call him dog, and that's my nig, and so forth and so on, then you're not going to ever respect that woman because she don't see value in her own self. So when we raise her up, we go up. We keep her down. She's the mother of civilization. We keep her down. Where are we going? Where are we going if our women are low? Nowhere. Thank you, brother.
Let me say something because I want y'all to speak. So get ready for the next clip. I want to say to you that some of y'all read the Bible, where this how they tricked us, Marcus, with the woman. They were looking for Jesus, if any of y'all remember. And the wise men followed the star to find him. Anybody remember that? Y'all talk to me. Anybody remember?
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me. So while he was following Professor Marcus, y'all, the wise men wouldn't tell Pharaoh where they was at. So Pharaoh got mad after they took the 3 gifts to Jesus because don't nobody supposed to get no gift on his birthday but him. No, Marcus' birthday, everybody getting the gift but Marcus. Come on, man. So again, they want to know where it was. They wouldn't tell him. So the Pharaoh got upset and said, we're going to kill all the babies 2-year-olds down. So when he said that, the part they didn't tell you, the women went to hide their children. They hid them so much, that's how Moses got in the water. I mean, drawed out the water. So again, they said, well, what the soldiers, Marcus, Professor Salam, asked the question, what are we going, Salam, you gone? His phone went out. Okay. He said, what are we going to do with the women? They said we're going to use the women for spoils of war, booty. Now, this 6,000 years ago in Genesis. So the women today, the government used that song, Ohio players, skin tight bitches, women in dentures. Then that little cute girl, the Days of Duke song on Duke of Hazzard. Then they used Commodore 36, 24, 36 and started doing booty contests. Not, Marcus, no disrespect to our brother, his wife, his mother kept playing with her stomach, and one doctor said no, Kanye West's mother. And she went to the wrong doctor and she wound up dead. So again, a lot of our women are getting messed up because they want to do all the outer but no inner. I've never seen one woman out of 1 billion people on Facebook, Instagram, or nowhere. I even asked a woman, I said, point at your brain. Oh, no, I ain't gonna. But you'll stick your butt out and stick your tongue out your mouth. I said, so what is that? So our women have uncovered because they have not discovered who they are. They don't know who they are. Most of them don't have an idea, and their husband married to them don't know. So we lost because the church don't teach. The church tell a woman stay in the back. Only Willa, Found the Praise, about 10 churches in the city let women teach. The rest of them, Special Baptists, and there's 24 different Baptists. And all this religion comes from religiosity. I don't want to get into that, but it's man-made schism. So again, ladies and gentlemen, our women have uncovered because they have not discovered who they are. And it comes from Massa. And that's why they want to show the cleavage. That's why Jamal Bryant had a problem the other day with his wife was all here. And it's like she had a see-through on, but it wasn't looking like that. And he think it's all right because he bought it, but it ain't. Because that's not a first lady. You don't look, it's all right to have a pretty dress on, but you ain't got to show the lineage and the cleavage. But God said in Peter 3, don't show you how to pure the platinum in your hair. Let it be your quiet beauty. So either you're going to follow God, Jamal, or you ain't. I'm going to bring the Bible to you. I ain't going to do no he say, she say. So again, Marcus, we have to teach our women, us that know, who they are and whose they are, and their purpose. Your purpose ain't to be naked. And most of them that do this, Marcus, have a low self-esteem. They have uncovered because they have not discovered who they are. Now they got Boosie coming here, talking about he want to do a pool party. Now all the young girls go, and I'm gonna fight him against it. All the young girls gonna go run over there with a G-string on, butt naked, and that's why we're leading in HIV and herpes and diseases. Because we're getting played into it over and over and over again. Boosie don't give a damn about Houston. Boosie coming in to make some money and he going back to where he at. I don't have nothing against Boosie. But I'm definitely going to send a message to Boosie. Don't come here with that, man. Then they're going to leave there and go to a club. Everybody use our women and disrespect them. And I'm not no part of that. I don't respect it, never will, never have. And any man hit a woman is not a man of God. And any man hit a woman is a coward. And if you think you ain't, come debate with me and I prove it. So again, Marcus, my brother, professor, this thing tonight, a nation rise no higher than its woman. And I end with the chessboard. They say we got here when? 1619? No, we got here in 1555. And when you subtract the 64 years, you subtract 1555 from 1619, that's the 64 years, and that's the 64 squares on the board, brother. And you got 16 pieces on one side, 16 on the other. Some way the white man moved first, all the way. But the strongest piece on the board is the king, but he can't move in one space at a time. But the strong movable piece that can go anywhere is the queen. And when you put the queen, here come a queen on here now, Miss Young. Miss Young from the Queen of Prairie View. When you put the queen in the right place, Marcus, Professor, Jamal, when you put her in the right place, you'll never be checkmated. We checkmated today because the woman, we have not put her in her right place and honored her and respect her and lifted up. And so high as she go, we go with her. Y'all come on.
Well, I did want to agree with you on the majority of what you said about how it is. I think you delve deep into the cultural problem that we have as far as when we are a family, when we are a unified body, the laws and what's going on, while they might affect us, they don't shake the culture, right? So we don't have necessarily a race problem, we have a culture problem. Another thing I want to kind of harp on, because you were talking about the money and having about having enough money to do whatever, right? Pick a thing, right? Have your own radio show. I don't think that's going to take effect if the culture doesn't change, right? People are choosing entertainment. They're not forced to be entertained, right? Like the Bible says the devil roams around like a roaring lion seeking who he can devour. That means you have to choose it. And you can't take people's choice away from them, right? So, I could tell you all day, uh, hey man, look, scientifically, religiously, biblically, statistically, whatever, however you want to look at it, all of the lead sciences, science and mathematics you want to put to it, and logic-based evidence, historical-based evidence, showing that, hey, any nation that loses its nuclear family has fell soon thereafter within 100 years. Like no nation has survived that. In China, the oldest nation, I think it's 5,000 years old, right? As far as nations are concerned, as you go through the divisions, they've kept a pretty strong nuclear family over that 5,000 years, right? It has its ups and downs, but it hasn't been erased. So my only caution is if you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm debating, not disagreeing.
Come on.
If you're saying that black people once on top, we had everything. Well, how do we fall off, right? Like you have to address the thing that caused the fall, right? And what does the Bible say? If my people return unto me, acknowledge, I'm paraphrasing. So if people acknowledge me, turn from their wicked ways and acknowledge me as their God, I'll acknowledge them as my people.
7 Chronicles 7:14.
Yeah, so we can talk about building these grandstand businesses, whatever, right? But if a man guiding a ship decides to run it into rocks, it's gonna sink, right? You have to have the right leadership, you have to have the right mindset, you have to have the right culture. So I don't people are not selling things that people don't want, right? Yes, there is get trickery afoot. There is my people perish because of lack of knowledge. But we also has to take stock in we're in the information age, right? Most of the history that you learned in school that was wrong or you can go look. We have access to everything on the planet right now, literally, like at least visually. Like if I want to know what's going on in pick a place in whatever country, there's probably somebody on a social media platform or I can look that thing up. So it's not due to lack of information. It's people are not studying and taking the time to show themselves approved. And we can do all of the building we want, but if we don't, like Jesus said, which of you don't count the cost, right? Sit down and count the cost before building the building. How do you change the culture? Because there's that is the issue. Like we could talk about the symptoms all day, but how do you change the culture to value the structure that was put in here in the beginning? Because as long as it's okay to not be a man, not take care of your family, walk away when times get hard, and we're not holding each other accountable, it doesn't matter what we do, right? If the culture is broken, if the family structure is broken, everything else is broken. $1 million house on a bad foundation is not worth buying.
And I agree with you 1,000%. And we're going to get there. And just what I love about what's going on, the development, Marcus, do a lot of stuff with AI and have our brother NAACP, our professor, Salon, each one of us have a different gift. We bring our gifts together and we build. It's for us to build for our people. Our people can't build for us. So I don't want to say what I'm going to say there, but we're going to go get a guy. He's a billionaire, and we'll call his name. And we're going to sit with him, and we're going to show him who he is and show him he's a God. Where he can get him a wife and get him out of the buffoonery he in is in Galatians 5:6. Go get your brother and be careful how you handle it, because all of us in the hospital, the whole 196,940,000 square miles of land and water, we're in the hospital. So some of us crawling, some of us intensive care, and some of us walking, some of us running. So again, I understand what you're saying, and we will work together. This is a good group of men. This is the best group of men I've been with on this podcast. That's why I asked my brother, the professor, to send all y'all thing. And I want Catherine to get it as well. So if I ever miss him, well, she can send it out as well. And I want to thank him again, because these topics we're on right now, a nation rise no higher than his woman, nobody's running in that. Only person ever taught on that I know of is Minister Farrakhan himself. And then I don't know nobody else. I deal with that a lot because the way we treat our women is incorrect. Because shut your mouth. No, brother. No. She got something to say, let her say it. And listen to her. And if she's out of order, just wait a moment and be pleasant with her to correct her, not because you're the man or you got the muscle. Show her in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah. Explain it to her. Get in the encyclopedia, dictionary. Shit, AI almost can tell you now. Google. But sit with her and get understanding. But again, on this Renee Goody thing, a lot of people saying she been on every day. She has been on every day. And I was on with it from day one. And this is the call part, Marcus. I didn't even know she was white. I promise to God, I thought she was black. I didn't know till the next day. So people say, well, you gonna stop? Hell no, I ain't gonna stop. Stop for what? She was killed illegally. They took her life. I can't say the word kill on them. They took her life. That was wrong. And I'm gonna stand on it. But like I told my brother, the professor, in NAACP, I'm taking this muscle where we can bring the wicked people down. And then, brother, once we get there, I can call the rest of the people named that's been hurt, defeated, raped, robbed, killed. Because right now their name ain't got no gas on it. Her name got gas on it. And I helped put the gas on it. So again, I understand. But again, we back at a nation ride no higher than his woman. Catherine, play another clip. Then I want to bring the brothers back on where they can speak on it. Salam, you back?
I'm here, brother. I'm here. Sitting here with my mother.
Is she all right?
Oh yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's good. I'm just visiting her.
Okay. What's her name?
Sister Carrie.
Sister Carrie, if you can hear us, we all love you. You're the mother of earth. And we're so glad you had us. And so glad you expressed us in the commode. Thank God that you had your son. And we
I'm enjoying it.
Ma'am?
I'm enjoying you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, I
Thank
really
you. Ms. Carrie, our subject tonight is a nation rise no higher than its woman.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because until we honor woman, we don't know God. And I can prove that in no limit of time. The woman is our test, and we don't even know it. And God said, how can you love me, one you never seen, and the one I gave you, you don't love? You love her. Love is freedom. Love is justice. Love is equality. When did you give her freedom? When did you give her justice? When did you give her equality?
Yeah.
So we don't know that, and I didn't know it. I was blind, deaf, and dumb. I was dumb and all y'all put together on here. My name was Dum Dum, Dum Dum, Dum Dum, Dum Dum. But not today. So again, mother, we love you, we cherish you, and you are the mother of earth. And you're the second self of God.
Thank
Did you
you
hear me?
so much. I
Can she hear
appreciate
me?
that.
Oh yeah, he's talking to you, brother.
Can mother hear
Thank
me?
you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm speaking. I'm speaking on this podcast. It's gonna touch millions of people. And I'd like for you to say something to the mothers and to the young girls, what they need to do to come together so we can help our young women be successful and not regretful. Mother, take the floor. We listening.
I think that I think they have lost what their grandmother taught them, the young girls. I don't think that they have young mothers, so they have to go to the grandmother that know how to raise her children, her daughters,
Come on.
and teach them how to handle things when they get out of hand. You don't run from your marriage. You don't get out of a relationship because you had an argument. You talk about it. You deal with it. If you don't do that, no one will ever stay together. No relationship will never be together. And if you got a good brother, you shouldn't mind doing whatever it takes to keep him happy and keep the family together. And that's all I have to say about that.
We thank you. Introduce yourself to the panel. Tell your name again.
My name is Carrie, Carrie. Last name Young, Young.
And you can come on anytime you want, anytime your son on, anytime you want to come on and say something to the young women, say something to the men, and we'll be quiet and listen to the wisdom and the knowledge and the experience God has given you. And we appreciate you taking your time and your son coming over there so we can hear your beautiful voice. And the subject is a nation rise no higher than its woman. Thank you, mother.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Catherine, play the next clip and then bring everybody on.
Okay, well, everyone is still here. Be happy to do that. Just want to set this one up real quick. You've been talking about making sure that the woman is put in her right position. We had the opportunity to put this woman in her right position, and she's still offering us words of wisdom for how to survive the Trump administration. So here are a few words from then Vice President Kamala Harris.
We get through the next 3 years.
We do not normalize this. And we have to have a certain level of faith in who we are as the American people. You know, it may sound corny, but look, I have always believed that the power is with the people. And we can never let any one election or individual or circumstance take our power from us. We cannot allow our spirit to be defeated, because then they win. Then they win. And so over the next 3 years, it is about staying engaged and knowing the power that each of us have as individuals in terms of just how you participate in your community, in society, whether it's volunteering at a nonprofit or helping a neighbor who might be a single parent, or getting engaged on whether it's an election or a campaign that is about something that's improving the safety and well-being of your community. We cannot, during these next years, say, hey, I'm going to pull the covers over, wake me up when it's over. We cannot do that. That is not the spirit of who we are as Americans. The spirit of who we are as Americans is we love our country and we fight for what is good and right.
They said
That's compelling. I think I'm going to go ahead and run this one too.
Run it. We listen.
crime's down 87%. I said, no.
It's more than 87%, virtually nothing, and much lesser things that take place in the home they call crime. You know, they'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say this was a crime. See, so now I can't claim 100%. But we are a safe city. You can walk to a restaurant. You can walk to the White House if you work there. You can walk to the Capitol. And even the Democrats say, I can't believe it, but they don't want to admit it, but I can't believe it. We could do the same thing in Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. We did it. We saved Los Angeles.
Lord have mercy. This man lie on national TV like it ain't nothing. Who we got? Marcus done left us. Catherine, call Marcus, ask is he coming back.
Okay, I'll check in with him.
Okay, do that. There was a brother keep coming on there named Allen, but he'll come on and disappear. Jamal, who is that Allen? Who is that?
I have no idea.
That's Brother Lewis Ali from Baton Rouge, brother.
Oh, I remember him. Why he keep coming on and disappearing? And I want the guy that know Marcus. I love him. What's his name again, Marcus?
You talking about Rags, Anthony Sutton, who's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, I love that young guy. I want to get Catherine with all the numbers where she can hit them all. Because every day, gentlemen, I'm trying to come on between 6 and 8 so we can be victorious and successful. And the Spirit of God allow me to pick the titles. And whenever y'all think Marcus, Professor, Jamal, Salam, whenever y'all have a title that you think we should use, that we think, I'm still on my show, I'm going to call you when I get off, that we think we can use, then let me know and send it to me and let's talk about it. But the Spirit has been guiding me because this woman thing is so far out of line, and I see women fighting now, and the boyfriends, and they taking pictures of them while they fight. I ain't never seen nothing like this. If my woman fighting, I'm gonna stop the fight. I ain't gonna let it. No, I'm stopping both of them. I ain't gonna sit back and film it and then go home. Baby, look at you. That's silly to me. It's buffoonery and foolishness. So at this time, Donald Trump has no respect for women. His whole cabinet don't have no respect for women. So this is why I picked the subject, a nation ride no higher than a woman. And the way he talked about that woman, Renee Good, is completely out of order when we all seen that she backed up and tried to go around and she wasn't trying to hit nobody and she didn't hit nobody. She might have brushed the other guy that was onto the truck that didn't do no shooting. But the other guy had the phone and his gun at all the same time. And what some of y'all didn't know, Marcus, a year ago, he did some foolishness. Catherine Pope been trying to fan the tape. I don't know if she found it or not, where he was beating on somebody's window and they drug him. So he shouldn't even been back on the force. He need a psychosocial assessment and a dianetic. So anytime any car come anywhere around him, he triggered. He shot in that car 4 times. Hit her 2 times. If somebody else been in the car, he'd have killed them too. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's completely out of order. Donald Trump can try to sweep it under the rug and try to play the game. He's only making himself look like what he is, habitual liar. So that's what he's doing. And whoever believes Donald Trump need prayer and a whole bunch of it. And he's going to lead them to hell with a gasoline jacket on. So that's just happened to be the truth. So who is this? Salam, who's just spoke? Professor Dan Marcus. Come on, Professor.
Yes, sir, brother. I'm I'm sort of conflicted on some things that from the videos that were just played with Miss Harris, and of course we already know Mr. Trump is who he is. You know, there's no way around it. But you know, I reserve to say certain things about Miss Harris because um, she was one brother. You know, a lot of the black men did not vote for Miss Harris when she was running, and because they saw something different in her. She, as the state attorney for California, she prosecuted more black men than any district attorney or state attorney throughout the whole country. And so, you know, I reserve some of my comments on her, and especially when you prosecute brothers the rate in which she did, and then marry someone outside other than a brother, it says a lot about her character to me. Because one, your first interest is not going to be for a brother. Your first interest is going to be for those who look like who you're married to. And so, I don't know, I'm just kind of conflicted on that. But back to your subject, a nation can rise no higher than its woman. It's a beautiful subject, brother. And we're taught, of course, that, you know, the woman is our first teacher. And she's our first teacher, and that's why we call our language the mother tongue, because the mother teaches the children, and the children carries that generation with them, that teaching throughout generations. So when you see a civilization has fallen, it's because of the teachings or the lack of teachings from the woman. The father is an enforcer, and so he enforced what's being taught by the mother. And so we see the condition of our children in 2026 is because there are no enforcement in the house. Even though the mother's teaching, some of them are teaching, but there's no enforcement. And so you're going to see a destructive civilization in which we see now. And this all started back in the 60s. We understand what took place in the 60s. So at some point, brother, our sisters are going to have to start taking accountability for their actions. And in the 60s, the government gave them a choice, or either having a man in the house or get this welfare check. And many of our sisters chose a welfare check over having a husband in the house. And that broke up the nucleus family that kept us strong, that kept us disciplined, and that would build generational wealth. And so we're not able to have those things because the nucleus family has been broken. And we see that same thing today, you know, and we talked about the condition of our sisters today. And the brother spoke of our people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. But one of the things that we fail to acknowledge is the very next sentence after that. It's because they rejected. Yes, our people are destroyed by a lack of knowledge, but the very next sentence says it's because they rejected. Therefore, I will reject you, the scripture says. So no matter how much heart we try to teach our people these things, but a lot of times they reject it. Social media and other types of media have a strong influence on our women. That's why they're turning around backwards, facing the camera, taking pictures, and they're doing this and doing that because there's something financially involved with. It's the same thing that it was in the 60s. Offer you something financially, and this is what takes place. It's the same thing now. Everybody wants the likes. Everybody wants a bag. Everybody wants, well, you know what I mean, brother. So this is what's taking place. But yeah, we cannot rise no higher than our women are. And if our women are in this such conditions, our nation will continue to go the same route.
You're 1,000% correct. Thank you for the way you answered that. I would talk with you about Pamela off the thing because Deanna Hughley thought the same thing, and he went and got the evidence and proved that she didn't it wasn't like they said. And I asked them to send me the evidence, and I'm gonna find it and send it to you. It ain't what they said that she tried all them people and convict. That ain't true. But again, I didn't find it. D.L. Hughley, the comedian, he found it because he apologized to her on national TV because he hated her. He told her, "Get away from me, Ivy." So again, I waited my time and I got the evidence and I'll get it to you. So again, do not use recording on in the studio. Okay. So if y'all want to ride with me, I would appreciate it. We're gonna do part 2. A nation can ride no higher than this woman, because I want everybody to speak. Salam, my brother Marcus, Jamal, the professor, because we have to go now and come right back in. So I need y'all to just stay there and get ready to come back in, because it's 1:50. And when we chop it up and stuff, the stream won't let us do it if we go past 2 hours. So run the commercial, Catherine, and I pray that all of them stay put and come right back with us.
Gotcha. I always do that, y'all. I guess I like talking to myself. At any rate, thank you for joining us tonight on Facebook fam. Y'all over there, remember to follow, like, comment. Would love to hear the feedback for today's show. And those of you who are on YouTube, please click that subscribe button. Remember, when you subscribe, you help us save lives by helping us get the message out and influence the mission. So we thank you for your support across all platforms. And if you're up to it, stay tuned for part 2. So we are going to go ahead and go out. Peace and love.